Hey, Will. Water Possibilities. Hey, Snake Bite. How y'all doing? Good to see y'all. Got a big echo in here with I didn't put my stream on mute, so here I am. So how's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Tom, good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming. Hey, Lucky Star, good to see you. Silver, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you for coming. Trying to stay. Yeah, I tell you what, is we're having the same problem, Willie. It's been cold. It was 22 this morning, so yeah, it was cold. It was cold. Hey, JM, how you doing? I sent a link up there. If you want to come up, you're more than welcome to come up. Red Crawler, good to see you. Dean, good to see you. Good to see you, Count Trumpler. Brad Lewis, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Hey, Dennis, thank you. It's -6 is colder than what it was 22 this morning. So I bet Snakebite gets pretty cold, down to 2 degrees. Oh, ouch! You got to get that. You got to get that heater blowing when it gets cold like that. How you doing there, JM?
Hey, Rocky. Greetings, everybody. Good to see you. How are you, Rocky?
I'm doing outstanding, man. I'm starting to come down on my only 40-hour a weeks, and it's starting to. Hey, Joey, thank you for coming. Yes, yep, it should be. I agree. I agree. It has been really, hey, Beto, and it has been really cold here. So, and working out in that garbage is something else, I tell you. I know they work out in this stuff, but I tell you, it just I don't think you ever get used to it. You know.
Most people won't. I know there's like people that work out in it all the time will start to climatize, like the Amish and whatnot.
Right.
Like I've seen them before. You know, they do, and they don't get bundled up quite as much as us. But don't forget, they're riding around in that horse and buggy, not in a car with a heater and all that.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yep.
but yeah, sooner or later, like frostbite's going to affect everybody's skin. So even if
Oh.
even if you're tough enough, you know, to handle it, you still got to be very, very wise, and it can be deadly. You know, if you're by yourself, you know, you
Yep.
break an ankle somewhere and no one's around. Like,
Yep. That's true. Beto was saying that. I mean, not Beto, but Tom Larson said it's -12 where he's at, and then Red Crawler says it's -12 in Wyoming. So, uh, Red Crawler, my family lived in Evanston, Wyoming, and I remember going up there to his house, and that was the coldest I had ever seen. He had icicles forming off the top of his house all the way to the ground. It was crazy stuff. It was crazy. Does it get cold like that up there with your JM?
well, I'm actually surprised, not only here but also over at Sal's, that a lot of you folks have got colder weather than I do here.
Wow.
and I'm assuming everyone's putting their numbers in Fahrenheit, unless otherwise disclosed. But right now, where I'm at, it's about 15 Fahrenheit, and I'm near Toronto, so it'd be similar to Buffalo, New York, Michigan type, Detroit type temperatures.
I can say it is. I here we've had a pretty mild winter, and like today, like the last night was 22 degrees, and it got up to mid 30s, 35, and so it's supposed to go down. Count Trumpula is at 14. I mean 13. So I don't know what state are you in, Count? Hey, Jamie Fox.
Hey, Jamie. And you know what? I never count wind chill, even though it's a very real thing. Like anytime I punch in what the temperature is, I do it based on what the thermometer says. But yeah, absolutely. Wind chill can easily add, 10, 15 degrees
Right.
to how it feels. Yeah.
So Silver says it's 80 Fahrenheit, and the wind chill with wind chill 80 degrees Fahrenheit. He must be like in Florida somewhere, or he's on an island somewhere.
Sounds nice. Sounds really nice.
Uh, JM, do you see in the background to my right side my Trump fish hanging off the wall?
I do, but I had to put it on full screen. I think if you put yourself on full screen, everyone in the chat will see it too.
Okay, all right.
There you go.
Everybody see my this is my Trump fish. He got caught a few months back, and I had him mounted. So I couldn't. When I saw that, I had to get one of those. I thought that was one of the best things that was great. You know what I mean? It was great.
I like how it has the tail fin there as his ears. Like it looks like each of the ears are actually the tail of the fish.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. Now you can't see it now that I've did the zoomed out, but I guess everybody saw it. But I just had to have it. Hey Tony, good to see you, brother. Good seeing you.
You can switch the layout again, and it will show it. StreamYard gives you, I think, 5 or 6 different layouts.
Okay, how's that?
Now it's just
Can
you.
everybody can everybody see that?
Yeah, you're full screen now.
Okay, all right. So I want to make sure everybody could see that. So I was telling Lucky Star earlier today that I finally got this thing. I've been waiting 3 months. I ordered it when he got elected. These things came out on eBay, and I had to buy one. I just like, oh man. So
Oh yeah,
all
and
right.
welcome in anyone that came over from Sal's. We dropped the link in there. Definitely welcome in.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody that came from South Stream, and it. I appreciate you coming. Hey, Red Light, good to see you. Thank you for coming.
We got Nickel in the house. Hey, Nickel.
Nickel,
Tony.
hey, how you doing, Nickel?
Well, I could be better. My mom had a stroke, so
Oh Lord, I'm sorry.
yeah, so she is not in too good a shape. So I'm doubting she's going to make it much longer. So
Oh,
So it was
I'm really
it was a
sorry.
bad one then?
Prayers to your mom, there, Nickel. I'm sorry. You're not having a good football weekend. I was pretty busy today. I didn't get to watch much football, but did the Phillies win today?
yeah, the Eagles won and Minnesota lost. I mean, well, Minnesota did lose, but Detroit lost, which that surprised me. I thought they were going to go Super Bowl this year.
They were playing
Washington.
Washington.
Yep. So it's Washington and the Eagles, and it's Kansas City, and who's the one who they play? I can't remember now which one they play.
I didn't know who won the Bills game yet, so I was going to go back and check that. So, but I think the Bills. I think Kansas City plays the Texans, don't they?
Yeah, they won. I think Kansas City. I think they beat the Texans, didn't they? I think they did.
No, the Texans were playing. I think you're right. They were playing the Texans, weren't they? Yes.
Yeah.
And Kansas City beat them. Yeah. I tell you what, you can sure see the referees are leaning toward Kansas City. I tell you, I'm kind of like.
Well, if Philadelphia don't get them, I don't think anybody else is going to. So they're going to probably win 3 in a row. First time ever.
That's what I'm thinking. They're favoring toward that. So, I mean, they got a good team. They remind me of the 1990, 91, 92, 93 Cowboys back in the 90s when, oh gosh, Jimmy Johnson was coaching the Cowboys. What a team he put together,
Landry was their best coach ever. So
I can't say anything about Landry. I love Landry. He was really a great coach. Great coach. That's when football and people had class. Back in the 70s when I was a kid, it was just like, man, it was totally different than what it is now. Let's see. Lucky Star Nickel, I'm so sorry to hear that news. I just got a text from my sister with cancer. She is en route to the hospital. I'm sorry to hear that, Lucky Star. I am so sorry. We'll give you prayers for your sister and for Nickel's mom. So,
absolutely. If she lives, she'll be 90 on the 24th.
Wow, nice, brother. Nice.
But the guy that's coming in, the guy that comes in, the nurse, he said he's seen it before, and he said he probably thinks maybe she probably would have like 7 days left. So she'll just make it past her birthday for 90. It looks like so.
Dang.
Is she close to you, Nickel?
Well, I was taking care of her for 6 years. And then my brother decided he thought he ought to do something. So they took her to Texas with them. And so she's been down there a couple of months. And then this happened. So,
Lordy.
That's got to be extra hard on you too, Nickel. Prayers going out for you.
Well, see, I can't get, well. I think she wanted me to be there. And so I'm looking at flights. And I don't think I can get anything out of here until February. And she may very well be dead by then. So I can't, there's not much I can do. I'm kind of caught.
Well, you can call, you can talk with her on the phone though, right?
No, she can't hardly talk. You can't hardly understand her. And her one side of her body is paralyzed. So, well,
even she'll be able to hear you though. Like even if you can get on the phone with her and just let her know that you're thinking about her. And
yeah, we do the live thing on YouTube. On Facebook.
Good.
You can call and have a
FaceTime.
Yeah. So we've been doing that, and now she was asleep tonight, so we didn't want to bother her. And but man, she's not eating much or nothing, and she looked better from the right after she had the stroke. She looked worse than she did last time I saw her. So, but 90-year-old, it's going to be hard for her to bounce back. A stroke this late in life, it's kind of hard. So
there is still a chance though. Like I don't want people to get their hopes up too high, but my grandma had a stroke when she was 87, and she did. It took like 3 or 4 months. It wasn't a heavy duty stroke, but it was enough. Like it knocked out her speech and everything for about a week. But she came back 70 to 80% within 3 or 4 months.
Well, we can hope for it, but I don't know. But she's had some near death, I guess, before, and she's survived. But I don't know if it will happen this time or not. And she did live a good life. 90. I won't make it to 90. I'll never make it to 90. I can promise you now. My dad died at 80. He was almost 81, but he had cancer. he had blood cancer, and that's what they told him. That lady that did that, she said, "You better, if he wants to say goodbye to people, you better be getting him in here. He's got 7 days; he'll be dead." And he died about 7 days on that. So she knew.
That's
So,
well, I have my prayers out to you, Nickel. So,
but did you hear the bank failed?
I did. I have some information on that. I was going to talk about that here pretty soon about the bank failures. Do you know that bank that closed the doors Friday? They knew in April 26th of last year, the FDIC had, I got some charts and stuff that the FDIC put out about banks closing and stuff like that. They had announced that they were going to close the bank on that date of last Friday. And, it shows you how much information that we are not being told on our economy. And that really worries me.
Oh, it's far worse than what they're saying. Yeah, it's like it's like if you knew at night who passed your house, their criminal background. If you knew they were going by your house in a car, you'd be scared to death. You'd have 5 locks on your door. We don't know.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's only worth $24 million. That's what I understand. So it's a small bank if it's only $24 million, but still. And it's in, I forget what they call it, receivership or something. Another bank's going to take it over. It'll be open by Tuesday after Martin Luther King Day. You can bet. But the last bank that failed in Oklahoma, it was open. It was closed the weekend. It opened up under another name Monday. So that's what's going to happen with this one.
Yeah, I think probably Tuesday. I don't think any banks are open tomorrow.
No. It'll be Tuesday.
So what holiday is tomorrow? I just heard it was a holiday tomorrow.
Martin Luther King Day.
Oh, okay.
And it's the inaugural, and that's when they get to take target practice at Trump, and there probably will be an attempt of some kind.
Right. Well, did you know? And I just heard about it today. Google and Android are doing an update to the internet and to all the phones on the Android phones at 12:04 tomorrow. An update. At the same time, the inauguration's going off. Now, what do you think about that kind of timing? Did you know about that?
No.
That does sound a little suspicious.
That's exactly what I thought. Yeah, they are. You'll have to Google it, but yes, they are doing some kind of update tomorrow.
Frequently, when there's outages, it's blamed on an update.
Let's hope that the Secret Service don't lose their communication ability to talk to each other, huh?
Right.
Yeah. See, that's kind of wondering where I'm thinking this is going to go, because I mean, you think about it. Google is the largest internet provider, or let's say internet. I guess you could call them an internet provider, but they are a search engine provider. And you think about it, they're the biggest in the world, and they're doing some kind of update tomorrow. Plus Android, all the Android phones will get an update tomorrow at 12:04. Now, what's going on with that? I'm thinking to myself, what are they trying to do? Hey, 79, good evening. Thank you for coming there, my dear.
That Bongino that was on Fox, and they got rid of him, he has his own show on YouTube now and stuff, and he said he don't think they can protect him on that day.
He don't think they can?
Mm-mm. He won't have the proper protection. He won't have the proper protection.
Well, this is my own, what I heard through some of the people that I have on my computer and email and stuff like that. I heard that he will not actually be there for the inauguration but he's going to do it on Zoom, actually, is what I heard. I'm kind of curious about that. Now, I guess if he does it on Zoom, it will be legal and binding and all that kind of stuff. But because I thought you would have to be actually there, you know.
Well, I think long as you have that Supreme Court justice, who is it? The main one. Anyway, the one that head Supreme Court justice, he usually does it. As long as he's there and he does it and he swears in, I think that's all you have to do. I think you can do it live. You can do it by tape. I guess it really matters.
Right. That's why I think you're going to do it on Zoom, because there's just so much. I don't know if people know this, but the U.S. government has been flying helicopters around Washington, D.C. area, and they're mapping all the nuclear radiation areas, hotspots around Washington, D.C., and they're doing it in, there's only 2 of these helicopters that the government's got, and they got them both there flying around, checking about for nuclear, like dirty bombs and stuff like that. So they're getting readings, and they've been doing this for a while. And so, and I'm thinking, what do they know that we don't know? Why would they be doing this? Hey, Zardoff, thank you for coming.
And will those drones show up again?
You know, that's something I don't know. I didn't get any answers on any of that kind of stuff. A lot of people are going to go sit to go. Yeah, Red Crawler, I think you're right, sir. I think you're right. Yeah, it's there's a lot going on that we are not privy to information. So it's kind of crazy. So Amos to say, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Those empty containers that showed up in New Jersey. Yeah. What are they going to put in those empty containers? So, but if you notice, Tony Erickson, is on here, and he has been sending me a lot of information on, because I haven't had time to look at this, but he is sending me a lot of information on food recalls. And it's amazing to see the food recalls that they're calling back on all the stuff. There were so many of them, I can't even list them all. And so Tony's been sending me links to all this stuff, and I can't even hardly keep up with it, because it's like there's a recall of some kind of something wrong with the food, and they're recalling it back. And you're welcome, Tony. And so so it's kind of amazing to see all our food recalls, because they're going after our food system, you know, and if you don't have anything stocked up as far as food, you know, you would think like beans and rice are not hard to stack. They're not, you know, they're cheap, and I'd be stocking, you know, a month's supply of beans and rice, and maybe if you can get some canned meat and stuff. Like canned meat's gone out of sight. It's just, and beef is going up like crazy. So they're gonna push beef prices all the way up where we can't afford it. And so it's yes, there you go. Just rendered a big bang of pork fat in the lard. There you go. Yep, Sterling, you're right. So what we're seeing is attack. They're still going after it, even though Trump has won and should be inaugurated tomorrow. They're going after our food systems, and they're doing everything they can to attack we the people. You know, you think about that. We the people are being on the receiving end of their ends of their bad decisions, or good decisions to them, bad for us. So you have to think about that.
But that's the same with the national debt. To them, it's great. They can just spend on this and spend on that, but we're the ones that hold the bill in the end. So we're the ones.
Exactly. That's, you know, and I was talking to somebody today, and she's not here right now. She was going to come, but we were talking about Social Security and what they're doing to Social Security, because you think about it, by 2030, Social Security be bust if they don't do something about it, because they have taken the money. They have got it. These foxes have got in the hen house and they have taken the hens out, and where they just took this money out and spent it on their frivolous stuff that they probably stuck in their pocket. It's that bad. So you always have to remember that it's not, what they're planning and what they're doing is not good. So we'll see if Trump can get a hold of some of this stuff and stop it. Are the Bills winning, Dean?
Yeah, they're winning. Yeah,
21
to 10.
21, good deal. I like the Bills over the Ravens big time. Bellows Ford, yeah, there you go. 20 Bills 21, Ravens 10. Thank you. Third quarter.
Well, I can tell you this, Tony Erickson. I can tell you this: they will put a bullet in him if he tries to do away with the IRS or the Fed. He won't live long. And people he thinks is his friend will turn and they'll give him.
Yep.
Yeah, and I've said that about that. When he almost got killed on that golf course, he just said, "I'm going to go golfing." It wasn't planned, and somebody was there waiting on him. Don't you know it had to be somebody in his inner circle that leaked that?
Secret Service. I guarantee it. I guarantee it was Secret Service on that. That's the only way it could be, to know that quick, because Secret Service knows every move he makes, So it's not a good thing. It is not a good thing.
And they don't like it when it's something unplanned. They do not like it because they have to really react. They have to send people out immediately to try to secure everything. And it's hard. I mean, if you don't have a 2 or 3 day of a notice, it would be hard to secure any given area like that, open area. It would be very hard.
Do you see what Count Trumpula is saying about Trump will go 26? He'll go 26. Yeah. So that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I tell you, what's going on is just unbelievable, and I guess the deep state think that they can rob Trump away from him doing his presidency, and maybe, because I'm still kind of waiting to see. I think there is going to be a lot of stuff happening. Probably the market won't be open tomorrow because it's closed, but I can see the market will have a Black Tuesday market going down. And then what you're going to see a couple of months later, after the deep state, they don't want to do it right away. They'll do it. They'll cause a market to crash in a couple of months after this. So we're just starting to see the tipping of the iceberg here, and it's not going to be good.
Well, so, what happens if the generals just refuse to do whatever Trump wants? I mean,
now if they refuse, that would be an act of treason right up front. Like Milley, that guy needs to be put out to pasture.
I think he retired. I think he retired. I don't think he's there anymore.
Okay. There's still a bunch of his cronies that are still good friends with him, and they're all the Rainbow Boys. And so they were showing a picture of, I'm not sure what you called it. It was some guy dressed up in a military uniform, and he looked like he was trying to be a female and talking to an interview. And I couldn't believe it, how many LBGQ people that are in the military. They have just, it's just unbelievable. I was like in shock.
Well, they can delay the orders too. I mean, the generals can cause a lot of trouble if they're up there. I think Trump would get rid of them, but they could really delay orders and do stuff. And they some of them didn't work with him too much the last time.
Right. Yeah, Milley made sure that he didn't work with him. And there's a few up there in the military that are with him, and that are that are going to follow the command of the president, but there's a lot that won't. And so it'll be something what happens on it. It's kind of hard to say because I know he's got to be careful because I guarantee you they'll put a bullet in him in a heartbeat. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because he's going to go against what's going on now. He's going to be wanting to change a lot, and they don't want that to change.
I heard earlier this week. Did you hear this earlier this week that there was an assassination attempt on him?
I'm sure there's been 10, 12, 15, 20, and we just never hear about it. There's got to be a ton of them.
Right. And so it kind of went to the wayside. It just kind of went way gone. So it's kind of because I didn't hear what happened. Hatfields and McCoy, yeah, they're Lucky Star, and so it's really something to see this. So
he probably should use his planes. He has his personal planes. They have anti stuff on there. They're very secured. I would trust, if I was him, I'd trust my own plane more than Air Force One. I'd be scared to death that they wouldn't mind seeing Air Force One go down if he's on it. I think he ought to consider that. He ought to do his own stuff as much as he can and not rely on the other stuff because I don't trust them a bit.
Exactly.
I think they'd be willing to do that and kill all the people with him just to get rid of him.
Yeah, Tony's saying when Trump starts cutting jobs, the risk of tax goes up, and I agree with him because I know they want to cut the fat out of the government, and so it would I could see that in a heartbeat. Sterling Cannabis is up here. I have 8 kilos of buds that I need to process.
and I'll tell you this too: Greenland will probably become a United States territory. It's probably going to happen because you take a poll there, and 60% of them would like to join the U.S. So I figure if the people want to do it, I figure it's going to happen. So,
well, I think it's a smart move on Trump to do that because Greenland is a strategic. They got a base up there, and it's kind of a strategic to be able to have that base there to catch missiles coming over the ice cap and stuff like that. So, or even planes and stuff like that. So they can actually, get that stuff as it comes over. So,
well, I think it was Musk's idea because most of the resources that's there, you use that for EVs. So I believe he was behind it, and he has the money to buy it, but they probably wouldn't. There's no way an individual is going to be allowed to buy it. So he wanted the United States government.
Yep.
So
exactly.
It's worth according to estimates, it's worth $77 billion in resources.
Hey there, Aztec. Aztec Goals here in the house. Thank you for coming, brother.
Musk has $477 billion. So he has the money to buy it. I just don't think he can. It's got to be a government type of deal from
right. I really think that the minerals in that country hadn't even been tapped yet. And hey, 79, thanks for coming.
The ice caps and stuff is melting, and they say when it melts, it's revealing metals, rare earth metals, and all that other, and then they can mine it. Start mining here soon.
For sure.
Right. Well, 79 says now that Trump is in the deep state, will destroy everything. Well, you see my Trump fish, right? Do you see my Trump fish over my shoulder there, Miss 79?
Put yourself back on full screen, Rocky, just so anyone that's new can see it.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go, 79. Can you see my Trump fish?
It's cute.
I had to. I bought that. It took a long time to get that. I bought that in November when, like November 10th or something like that. And it took forever to get that thing. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to have that. So.
Kind of looks like Bullwinkle.
It does, doesn't it?
What kind of fish is that? A bullwinkle fish?
It's a Trump fish.
Okay.
Yeah, look at the hairdo on it. You can tell.
Did you see the hairdo on it there,
Yeah.
Nickel?
I was paying attention to the ears. They were weird looking ears.
those are kind of what you call gills or fins or whatever you want to call it. You want me to here? Let me put that up again so you can get a good look at it. It's hilarious. Look at that. Look at the hairdo.
Yeah.
And them ears, those ears are fins or something. It's crazy. Yeah, that is. I fell in love with that. Never forget. Yeah, that's right. That's right. 79. Never forget. So it.
Well, it's called a caudal. Caudal.
What?
The tail fin of the fish is called a caudal fin.
A caudal fin. Okay. All right. So, but it's really. I just fell in love with it. I thought, oh my God, because the in 2016 they came out with a Trump and Hillary Chia Pet Head where they grow stuff out of their heads. And I ordered a Hillary Clinton one. I ordered that. I said, I'm going to say this is going to be a collector item. And so I ordered a I'll have to dig it out and show it on my next stream. It's hilarious. Has anybody seen them? A Chia Pet Hillary Clinton?
I have not. I've seen the one. I think they had on Obama. And it looked like an afro growing out. And I saw that one. I remember they had one for Al Gore. I remember that one. I don't even know if do they still sell Chia Pets? I mean, I don't ever see them. They used to put that on every Christmas.
Right. Yeah, you don't see them anymore. Yeah, I think it was because of the election. They did this, and so I bought one, and they were gone pretty fast. So I didn't even open it.
You remember this one? Clap on, clap off.
Yes. Clap off. I wish I'd have bought one of those. That's funny. That's funny. So I think I'm gonna send 79 one of these Trump heads for 79. 79 loves Trump, and I'm gonna put a silver eagle in its mouth when it gets there and sew it in for you, so you can see what a real silver eagle looks like in a fish's mouth.
Where's Barb at these days? She missed last week.
I have not seen her. I don't know. She has not. I've not seen her in quite some time.
She's going to the inaugural. She's going to the inaugural, I think.
She might have.
I think she was around a week or so ago.
Was she here last week, JM?
I don't think so.
If not last week, certainly the week before. I've definitely seen her in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks at the most.
Yeah, because I don't remember her being here. So, but that's not with what I've been working and putting up with at work. It doesn't surprise me. Trying to keep up with my brain with of everything. So it's been. And things are starting to slow down a little bit, so I'm glad. I needed to slow down. I needed to slow down. I want to take I need to take a week off and just relax. So
that's right. Silver Patriot just reminded me we saw Barb in my live stream last Monday.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, Brad Lewis has been putting some good comments in there too. Brad, I'm all over it. Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Red Crawler, he says, Barbara Carbone must be happy that her felon became president. It's just like, oh shit.
I bet she got some aspirin. She probably is going to be taking a lot of aspirin tomorrow.
Yep. Because what do you think might happen tomorrow?
Me?
Yeah.
I think there's going to be some protests, definitely.
Yeah.
How bad that gets, I don't know. You know, the thing that worries me is you're not hearing much, and I go because something may be planned big time, and it'll be a major disturbance because they may just try to interrupt the process. I don't know and delay it. I don't know, but you know they haven't, the liberals haven't carried on much, and so I'm going, well, they got to have something planned, and they're just keeping it under wraps. There must be something going to happen, but
right. Yeah, that's it's really crazy. So and now that things are slowing down, I can kind of keep up. I'm gonna have my MS. I got my MS-70s for the Star Privy Mark back and stuff like that. So I'm gonna show that and put them up. If somebody wants one or something like that, we can work out a deal on getting one and stuff like that if you want one. So, but I finally got my order and all that kind of good stuff. So
let's just say this: what happens if there's bomb threats? They would have to wait.
You know it.
So that could be something that could happen, and there's going to be a lot of rumors. It's going to be some stuff that ain't true that the media is going to report on. They're going to have to look into it. It's going to be a mess, I think. I don't think it's going to be smooth. I doubt it. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous about it.
I am too. I'm trying to type here. Hang on there.
Well, in the meantime, I thought I should let you guys know that 79 had all my mail redirected. So now she's getting all my welfare checks.
Oh God.
Which means I got no more silver.
I'm gonna have to send you some dog food. So I talking about dog food and stuff, I bought some more cat food for my cats. And you know what, Red Crawler, that could be right. They think he's going to be sworn in at midnight, which wouldn't surprise me, you know. So to keep the heat off and stuff like that. So and I've heard it's going to be on Zoom, so I don't know if it's going to be on Zoom or what. So it's that one justice. I can't remember his name, but he's always there for swearing in the presidents and so forth.
Roberts. It's Roberts.
Yes, Roberts.
You know, if we go back to the banks real quick, you know, last year we didn't have any banks fail in January. So, you know, that they're starting earlier this year. It's going to be more banks.
Yep.
It's going to be more banks fail this year than the last 2 years combined, I think.
Yeah, and I'm going to put some links out there so people can see that the FDIC had this list out there, and this list was put out April 26th of 24. It shows you that they don't really tell you much. It's out there, but you got to find it. So it's good Lord. I didn't
get an invitation to his inaugural this time. Last time I actually got an invitation from Trump to go to it. I don't know how. I have no clue how. Huh? Yeah, I did. I got an invitation to go.
That's cool.
I did not know how I got it because I didn't give him a direct contribution.
Right.
I did post something on what's that site that's like Lincoln, and somebody from his cabinet read it, and I'm assuming it must be the guy from the cabinet must have sent it to me.
Somebody 79. Do you see what 79 just wrote up there?
Yes.
Oh.
But I ain't about to go, even if I'd got one. I didn't go last time. It was freezing last time. This time I wouldn't go because I don't want to get blown up. So all I know is, you know.
And I'm gonna post these let's see here. Where are you at, Tony? Here we go. I'm going to go up here and name some of these recalls, and I'm going to do a little more research on it so I'll put the recalls in links into my stream here, and it's incredible. Milk has been recalled in 3 states, and barbecue sauce. HEB food recalls list. Aldi has recalled a bunch of food. It's on and on and on. And cookware. The FDA issues a warning about cookware for Walmart, Amazon, and Lowe's. So if you have cookware that you bought, hey, you're welcome, Tony. And so that he has sent me a lot so I can kind of keep up with it. And
but that all came from China.
Yeah, all this crap is coming from China, so they're recalling it. And what they're doing is they're actually they're recalling all this food, and there's probably nothing wrong with it. Just like these, Rocky's got their crud. It has hope is not the computer virus. Yeah, I do too. Hope we are all going to die. Damn you, Rocky. Thank you, Sterling. No, I'm all right, Sterling. I'm okay. I'm not sick. So,
all this dog food, they're always recalling that stuff, treats and dog food,
yep.
And that all comes from China. So you don't want to give your dogs any treats that's made in China, or you're poisoning your dog. Their liver is going to get messed up.
It is getting so bad you can't hardly get. Ask JM about non-Canadian or American dog food. Is any of it made in the United States, JM?
Well, for sure, some of the treats are. I see a lot of dog treats here for sale retail that are made in the States. Zook's brand for sure. Purina is a brand that's actually made near where I'm at too. There's lots here that are made in North America, the States and Canada, but anyone that's buying their dog food from like dollar stores, and I know a few freaking people that were doing that, and I told you can't be doing that, man. Like that's look at it, made in China. So yeah, you got to be very careful.
Right. I buy mine from Amazon, and I buy Friskies and what's that Blue
Buffalo. Blue Buffalo.
Yeah, Blue Buffalo. I think he froze up on us.
Yeah, Rocky, you froze up, just so you know. I'll put two.
Buffalo's expensive stuff, though, isn't it?
It's sort of medium high. A canna.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
Performatrin.
Hey, I lost my internet for a second, JM. So I was going to let me look at my orders. I ordered, and you know what? My cats really didn't like this cat food because I ordered it, and the Temptations. Are you familiar with that cat food? They really liked the Temptations, but they did not like Blue Buffalo. I gave them Blue Buffalo, and they wouldn't even eat it. And so now I've had.
It's probably better if you make your own food for them using real food. I mean, I think it. You know, they like carrots. I know that they really like carrots for a treat. So it's probably better to do it, but.
Yeah, a little bit of carrot won't hurt your animals. I put two brands.
That is for sure. You're just breaking up, JM. I couldn't hear you.
I was just saying a little bit up in chat there. I put two of the best dog food brands that are available here. The one is Acana, ACANA, and the other is Performatrin. And that's such high quality kibble, and the dogs love it. I just run the kibbles as treats for them. Like, I don't go and pay extra for treats. I just use the kibbles.
Okay.
I'll put it in the chat again there, the two brands.
What do you think about what do you think about Frisky's cat food, Karina?
I've heard about it, but I haven't really looked into it. I don't know.
I was kind of curious about what exactly they were, how good they were, and stuff like that. So
yeah, like I like Nichols' previous comment there, where he said, like, the closer you can get to just making it yourself, the better it is, because then you know what's in it. To me, a lot of the kibbles it's like buying bits and bytes and eating that, as your food.
So what do you think the best way to make cat food is? I mean, dog food or cat food. What do you think the best way is to actually buy it, cook it, and so forth like that, and make it and give it to them?
Yep, there's actually, there's lots of small businesses that are doing that themselves now, and they're doing it fresh. The one here is called the Healthy Barker, which is kind of a play on that book that was called The Wealthy Barber. But yeah, that's what they do. They buy the ingredients from the grocery store, make it up in batches, and you end up having higher quality food and cheaper too. Actually, I'm going to find it. The Healthy Barker. I'm going to look up this video that I recently watched. It's a lady in Niagara Falls, near Buffalo, New York, and she runs a grooming center. Very busy operation, and she's got a big YouTube channel, but her one recent live stream was showing how she makes all of her food for her pets at home, and she just does them in batches that'll last a month.
How about sardines? Because we eat them and all. I don't, but people do.
Yeah.
Would that be all right for a cat to eat? It doesn't have garlic in it, right? Sardines does not have garlic in it.
Yeah,
I know garlic's bad. Garlic's bad for cats and dogs.
That's right. Garlic is not particularly good, but you should be able to get sardines, just pure, even from fish market. Let me look this up.
Listen, 79.
Yeah, I'm looking that up. That Healthy Barker. I'll have to look it up because I don't mind making my own if I have time, and I'm sure that would be better for the cats that I have. So, and they are outside cats and they are feral cats, but I've domesticated 4 of them now. Will let me touch them and hold them and stuff like that. So I'm kind to get them some good food. So that would be good to do that. Do you have pets, Nickel?
I used to have a Chihuahua named Chico, and he died, and he's been dead now. Let's see, he died in 2017.
Yep.
No, 20. I think 2019. I think he died in 2019. My fault. So that's been going on 6 years. Yep, it's going on 6 years.
That's about like me on my. Yep, there you can. Yeah, there you go. Tony is saying if you can help babies, the better. That's my dog died about 6-7 years ago. I have to look it up, but I haven't had any pets since then, and so
I can't either. I'm getting better though.
Right. Well, these feral cats came to were hanging around my house, and I'm like last year, and it was getting really cold, so I started feeding them, and they don't. Once you start feeding them, they're yours. You can't get rid of them.
So there you go, Rocky. I put link in there for making homemade dog food. That's a YouTube channel called Grow with the Dogs. says it's live. It was live. It was a live stream. Goes through all of it, and then previous to that, I put the Healthy Barker website. It's a Canadian website, but shows all the ingredients and gives you some good ideas on how to make your own.
I'll definitely look at that because I just downloaded that stuff, and so I will definitely take a look at that because I wouldn't mind making them because it's got to be cheaper. I mean, those cats. I mean, I'm feeding 9 cats, and they go through about 16 pounds of cat food a week. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you got to figure for most of truthful. Most of the pet food that you buy is going to have preservatives in it because they've got to have shelf life.
Right.
That's but if you can just make batches, once a month batches, and you can even, you can freeze some of it so you don't need, all those preservatives. You could actually probably do 3-month batches, freeze 2/3 of it.
And cut the salt out.
Yes, sir.
Yep. They don't want the salt. No garlic, no salt.
They're putting garlic in cat food?
Huh?
They're putting garlic in cat food?
No, but people feed from the table, and a lot of people have garlic in food. So basically, if you gonna make yourself something, and then go ahead and make theirs first, and because that way you won't have no salt in it. And then if you're going to use salt, then you can put the salt on yours later, and then you avoid the salt.
Right. Yeah, 79. I'm fine. I just laughed at what Mr. Weed said about getting rid of my cats. He said taking them to a Chinese restaurant.
Hey, Tony.
I like having my cats, I'm the cat lady or cat man or whatever you want to call me.
Catmandu.
Catman. There you go. I kind of like that, Nickel. Catmandu, man. I got 9 cats I feed, so hopefully there's no more. I want to get them so I can take them to the get them fixed so they're not having any more because 2 of them are female and 2 of them are males, and so I need to get them taken care of.
Even better, Catman Dude instead of dude.
Catman Dude. There you go.
Right on. I like the way you think.
79 says Canadian dog food is made from maple syrup and beer.
Well, that's what you call the table scraps, right? So when a Canadian's eating all that maple syrup and drinking the beer, a little spill over there, that's how they get it.
Right. So I wanted to bring up about these banks. How many people feel that your money is safe in a bank? And
no way.
I see. That's how I feel. How do you feel about it, JM? You feel your money's safe in a bank?
Well, the way I look at it is what you have in the bank isn't really money to begin with.
Right.
You can't walk into the bank and deposit a peace dollar or an American silver or gold eagle for that matter.
Yeah.
So they're not even dealing in real money. They're dealing in fiat currency. So I think the question should be: is your fiat currency safe in a bank?
Exactly. Is it safe? Exactly.
And to me, it's okay to have 20 or 30% of your cash reserves, in the banks.
Yeah.
I think they're safe enough to cover 3 to 6 months of cash flow.
Right.
But I wouldn't be putting any huge amounts of money or any long-term money there because they're there to make a profit off of you.
Right. Exactly. Yep. That's true.
And definitely do not use a safe deposit box to put your gold and silver.
I agree 100%.
If that bank gets closed for any reason, you may not get that back from that.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. So I don't feel that. I think you're going to see more banks fail within the next couple of months because they're not going to be hiding it as much as they were trying to hide it with Trump. coming in office. With Biden, they were trying to keep all that stuff hid, but I think you're going to see a lot more of it, and so you need to make sure that.
Well, it's like this: if banks if they fail, and I don't think they're probably gonna bail them all out, but just to have them fail, it would look bad on Trump,
right?
Because he's the economic president, remember?
Yep.
So
exactly.
anything to make him look bad.
Yeah, and so I think we're going to see more and more of that, and so and I'm gonna post a couple of links and y'all can come up and after the stream is over and check the FDIC. Both of these links I'll put in there are from the FDIC, and so they're talking about when, and then with this last Friday, they had predicted that it would close last April 26th. And so you'll have to read this article and look at it, because they know what banks are closing, and so they're putting it up slowly but surely and stuff like that. So,
well, I checked FDIC.com on a regular basis, but I had checked probably 2 weeks. And then I saw on Jeremiah Babe, he reported that bank. I go, well, I'm going to go verify that. And I went to FDIC.com, and then they'll show you which bank failed and what the standing is with it, and if you're in that bank, what you should do, and then they'll also give the valuation of what that bank had in assets.
Right. Exactly.
Well,
you know what? I'm going to see how many we got. It's getting close. I'm going to do a giveaway, and I'll give a couple of $2 bills. Nice $2. Let's see how many's in the stream. And come on. Let's see here. There's 25 watching, which is nice. And so we'll do 1 through 40 as numbers. And 1 through 40, and let's pick a number through 1 through 40, and let me get that. Let me put that. Hey there, Gold Chick. Good to see you. Gold Chick already picked 13. I knew she would. So let's start picking numbers, and 1 through 40, and that way everybody's got a chance. And Nickel, you want to pick a number?
I got it. It's picked.
Okay, hang on here. Good to see you, Gold Chick. Thank you for coming by. She's got 13 already, so. Red Crawler's picking 69 in honor of Barbara. Lucky Star got 33. $79, I'm outside the door. Outside your door. There you go, Dean. I have no fee savings account in a bank next to me. I only keep $100 in it. When I do roll hunts, I use the coin machine to get cash out for coins. No fee. Rolls come out. It's getting harder and harder to get rolls out. So Beto just picked 26, and I got behind in my mailing, so I mailed out a bunch of stuff this week. So there'll be some people getting stuff out this week. So
I have these. I need to put this in one of those money machines and get.
Oh, the star machines.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how they work. I don't know what percentage they take. Do you know what percentage they take?
I think they take 10%.
Oh.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
I'd lose a lot on this. That's quite a bit.
Yeah, you would. You'd be better off going to the bank and getting you some rolls to roll them up and do it. Okay. So everybody got their. All right. Let's stop here. Let's get stopped. All right. I think everybody has gotten in there. Everybody gotten in there. So let's see what numbers you picked there, Nickel.
35. My mom was born in 1935, so I picked 35.
All right. Okay. Let's see here. Did anybody pick
Somebody
35?
I saw a 37, but I saw a 33. I think Lucky Star had 33, I think.
Lucky Star's got 33. She's pretty close without going over. Steve-O got 37. 23. Clear Lake 29. 79 picked 1. All right. Wendy got 28. All right, let's see here. We'll go back over and look at it again. But I think Lucky Star is the winner. She picked 33 without going over. Okay. Go back over. Lucky Star is number 33. Steve-O got 37. He's pretty close, but he went over. So it's got the closest one without going over. So let me go back over. Yep, I'm thinking that Lucky Star, you are the winner, Lucky Star. Send me an email and with your address so I can get that sent off to you, Lucky Star. You're the winner. You're the winner chicken dinner. So there you go. Good to see you, Go Chick. Thank you for coming by. Well, I tell you what, it's 6 o'clock, and you're welcome, Lucky Star. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everyone, for coming in here, and we'll get out your this week and get your GOG given out there, Lucky Star, and we will say come back next week, and we're going to have a continuation on. I'm going to do a little more research on all these recalls and see if I can pinpoint if there's anything why they're doing it. Good night there, Beto. Thank you for coming, sir. Appreciate it.
Spam went on that list, was it?
I didn't see it. So I'm going to shut her down, and we will see y'all. Good night, everyone, and y'all have a good one. And thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And so I'm going to shut it down. I got to cook dinner tonight. I got some fish I got to cook. So good night, Red Crawler. Y'all have a good one. Good night.